Leo tunapika.
Yes, we'll make chicken in peanut sauce. Something very filling and then very nutrient dense because of the chicken and also the peanut. We are going to make some chicken wings in sticky sauce. So sticky chicken wings. So this is nice, as in it will leave you licking your fingers. And then lastly, we're going to make a sweet and sour chicken that can be served with some rice. And the beautiful thing about this, we're going to add some vegetables, some hoho, something that maybe some children may be averse to, but the way we'll make it with a sweet and sour sauce, it will make them ask for more.
Yeah. Good morning, and we are glad that you have created time for us once again as we get our hands dirty. In a good way though, as we are in the kitchen this Thursday. Thank you. And of course, we are getting into the festive season, preparing ourselves, our appetite, our plans, and it's a time that is also coming when schools are just about to close, as kids are ending their academic year. So they'll be spending a lot of time at home, probably will be hosting their friends, and you need ideas on how you can make their food interesting. That is why, courtesy of Kikoman, we are bringing you the Kids Party Special. It's all about what you can prepare for kids in different ways and how you can use Kikoman to enrich the flavor. And I'm not going to be in this kitchen alone, of course. And this is where I invite the expert, Chef Gatwiri. It's always a pleasure and a vibe to have you on set with us.
Thank you so much, Safin, for having me again. I'm very excited today. As you've said, it's a kids special, and we're just going to play around with Kikoman in various chicken dishes, and it will leave the kids wanting more.
One thing about kids is that their food has to actually look very special. It has to taste very nice for them to be encouraged to eat. Plus, they are growing, so we are all about nutrition. So today we are going to play around with how you can balance all that in a meal. So like I always ask you, Leo tunapika.
Yes, Leo tunapika, my specialty. So Leo tunapika, we'll make chicken in peanut sauce. So it's gonna be a nice saucy chicken that can be served with like chapati. So something very filling and then very nutrient dense because of the chicken and also the peanut. We are going to make some chicken wings in sticky sauce. So sticky chicken wings. So this is nice, as in it will leave you licking your fingers, and that's what we want the children to enjoy. And then lastly, we're going to make a sweet and sour chicken that can be served with some rice. And the beautiful thing about this, we're going to add some vegetables, some hoho, something that maybe some children may be averse to, but the way we'll make it with a sweet and sour sauce, it will make them ask for more.
For kids, you have to play around.
Yes, you do.
Because for the nutrients, you have to throw them in a very creative way.
Yes, we have to make sure they enjoy and they eat everything.
They eat everything.
Yes.
So let's get straight to it.
Okay.
What are we going to start with? What do we need to answer hapo?
Sawa. So now what we'll start with, as you know, Kikoman is very good for marination. So for two of the dishes that I've spoken about, we're going to marinate. So this is for the sweet and sour chicken and for the chicken in peanut sauce. So we'll start by marinating that in the Kikoman. As that is marinating, we can move on with the next.
All right.
So maybe we can come to this section. We'll start by marinating our boneless chicken. This one is for our sweet and sour chicken. We are going to need Kikoman, 1 sachet. Safin, as usual, my sous chef. This
is okay?
Yes.
This is like, is it 30?
Yes, that's what we need. So we can put here to marinate our boneless chicken breast.
Trying to follow directions. They've written here, tear here. So I have done that.
Yes, now you can put that. And then, now this...
All of it?
Yes. Okay. So now you can just give this a mix.
All right.
So this is the one for the sweet and sour chicken. So we are taking advantage of the qualities of the Kikoman to do the marination.
All right, the good thing about Kikoman, there's salt in there. It's all well seasoned. Naturally brewed sauce that has been made. You know the way you make wine and cheese, takes the longer it takes, the better it tastes. So
same case to
the Kikoman,
Yes,
very natural ingredients: wheat, beans, flour, and salt. That's all you need.
Yes, and then now this one is for our chicken in peanut sauce. So these are some chicken thighs that are boneless, but you can use also bone in. We want children to have a good time when eating it, so they don't even start wrestling with bones since it will be a curry.
No wonder it's boneless here.
Yeah. So now again, we can marinate some more for this. So the reason why we are starting with the marination is because we need to give it time.
Yeah, so that it...
so that the flavors are infused. So we need to give it time. So this will be marinating as we move on to the next step.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, thank you, thank you. So as usual,
goes to waste.
Yes, as usual when you're marinating, ensure you put whatever it is you're marinating in the fridge. Yeah.
And give it like time to rest.
Like 30 minutes will do for this. Yeah, but if you can marinate for longer, the better.
All right.
But if 30 minutes in the fridge is fine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we are done with the.
Yes, we are done with this marination. So now, as usual, we normally say the magic of television. Since we had some already marinating, we'll start by preparing the chicken in peanut sauce. This one is very simple. Last time I came here, I believe we did some searing of chicken. Do you remember?
Yes.
So today we're also going to do some searing. So the chicken, for the chicken in peanut sauce, we'll sear it in batches, then we'll do the next step. So that's what we'll start with.
All right.
Searing.
We go to it straight away.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just remind you, for kids, 3 key things if you want to impress your child. It has to look good, it has to taste good, and it has to be nutritious.
Yes.
So that's usually a challenge to hack, and that is why this episode is very important. It's all about making kids love what they're eating and also get the nutritional value from what they're eating at a party.
Yes. And you also want it to be filling. Yeah.
All
so
right.
now we'll start by, I'm just letting the oil start heating up a bit. Then we'll sear the chicken in batches. The reason why we are doing it in batches, we want it to have a nice color. We don't want, when you crowd the pan, they start to steam up. And we don't want that.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. This, and then let me add the rest. Remember, we had marinated. Let me add that. This one here. See, still the boneless chicken thighs that had been marinated. You can even see the change of the color.
So this is what we've done right now.
Yes, and this is what was done.
It has rested well. The ingredients have infused well, and you can see the difference.
Yeah. So I think our oil is.
So you can just set this aside.
Yes, we can. So we'll put this. And this dish is usually so quick and easy, and you'll realize like the ingredients we are using are not a lot. Just a handful of ingredients.
There you go. You know, for kids, you don't want to make things complex.
Yes.
And tricky for them, because kids are also very choosy.
Yes.
So you want to make something that is very simple. And today it's all about turning sort of like your regular things. You see the way Gachuri, you're saying it's the regular ingredients, things that are very minimal.
Yes.
So what we are trying to do today is to turn your regular plate into an interesting party plate.
Yes.
Kikoman,
Yeah. And also using the ingredients that you normally have. So you see, we are working with chicken. Most homes have peanut butter because mostly they're using it as spread in the morning with their breakfast. So now we're just taking the same peanut butter but now using it in our meals. And of course, kikoman is now a staple. And then we'll just have the onions and garlic. That's it.
All right.
Those are things you actually found in any home. Yeah. So we just want to beautifully sear our chicken.
And when you hear the sound of that, you know that something is cooking, something interesting,
Yeah. And the searing is for just adding color. It's not like the chicken has cooked through completely. We'll allow it to cook through later on. When we are just now, we're not so far off. And then we are searing in batches.
So you're trying to achieve like a brown.
Yes, as you can see on this one. Can you see? You see it's gotten some color. That's what we are looking for. That's what we are looking for. So since we are making a number of dishes, as this is going, remember I've spoken about sticky chicken wings. So the sticky chicken wings have two components. There's the chicken wing and there's the sticky sauce. So we can be making the sticky sauce. As it's simmering, I'll show you how we prepare the chicken wing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
I like that idea.
You like that idea? For this one, we'll have to deep fry the chicken wings. However, you can even bake them. You don't have to deep fry, but for today, we're going to deep fry. But any of the two applications work, the deep frying or the baking in the oven.
All right.
Yeah. But before we move that, let me remove this from the heat because it has beautifully seared. Can you tell?
Yes, I can.
No, si kusema tu.
Ni kusema na kuona. I almost said kusema na kutenda.
Kusema na kuonyesha. Tunaona rangi?
Yeah. They don't have to cook, that's what you said.
Yes, because the searing, the purpose of the searing is for this color.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what we are looking for. So now, and that's why we are also doing it in batching. Yeah. So when I remove this, I'll put the other batch.
Okay.
Yeah. So, since we are making a number of dishes, as this is going, remember I've spoken about sticky chicken wings. So the sticky chicken wings has two components. There are the chicken wings and there's the sticky sauce. So we can be making the sticky sauce. As it's simmering, I'll show you how we prepare the chicken wings. Yes. Okay. Now for this one, you like that idea? For this one, we'll have to deep fry the chicken wings. However, you can even bake them. You don't have to deep fry, but for today, we're going to deep fry. But any of the two applications work, the deep frying or the baking in the oven. Yes. Yeah.
So this is, this is what the measurement for.
Yeah, should be half a cup. So add more Kuku.
Let me just
as I'm checking on this. No, the beautiful thing of having someone else in the kitchen with you is that you work faster.
Things don't burn.
Yeah, because now you see, as you're doing that, I'm doing this.
And that's 30 ml. So I have to fill it up. This is the 30 ml sachet. Actually, if you want something economical, you can actually go for this. We also have the 75 ml sachet. If you like that option, we have the dispenser, and also we have the 500 ml bottle. We also have the 1.5 liters bottle. That is if you really love, if you want a good sauce and you want good stock. Why don't you just go for the big bottle and keep it? Because the good thing is that you can actually keep it in your fridge, and it will serve you long, and you can always access it anytime you want. So, I mean, why go for any other thing? I mean, Kikoman has got you covered from the 30 ml to 1.5, so you can choose for yourself depending on your pocket and your preference.
Okay, so this is done.
There you go.
As I've said, don't be tempted to eat just yet. It's not yet fully cooked.
I'm really trying to restrain myself at this point.
It's not yet fully cooked.
This is the moment where I'm really proving that I'm a patient person.
So now we're going in with onions and garlic. Oh, I didn't. It's okay because I'm adding back the chicken. It's fine. Now add back the chicken. Now that I've added back the chicken, I'll reduce the heat a little bit.
Okay.
I cover, and then I let that cook.
All right.
Yes.
Great.
So now, let's come here to make our sticky sauce. So you'll pass me the brown sugar. Can you get to it?
Is it like sticky, huh?
Yeah. So we can add all the brown sugar there, and then the honey and the ginger and garlic, please. Okay. Then now we add our honey. Then the ginger and garlic in that bowl.
Right, so this is just great. grated.
Yes.
Ginger and garlic mixture.
Yeah, so now this is for our sticky sauce.
I can imagine the sweet, you know, in that because of the brown sugar and the honey.
Yeah, so this
is a good catch for children.
We'll just let it simmer nicely here. It will reduce in amount. So as that is going, we'll prep our chicken wings. We have our chicken wings here, and then we have our coating. So this has all-purpose flour. It has some salt and some black pepper. The black pepper is optional. I know there are some children maybe who would not fancy that, but it's not a must for it to be there. So it's just optional. And then now we mix everything together.
All right.
Yeah, and then when we mix, we'll take our wings, we put them inside. So we are going to coat our wings. Don't worry, we are going to go in with our hands. I
was almost wondering,
today
how are you going to ensure that the
everything is coated? So
evenly.
And then now I'll put the oil to be heating up in readiness for frying. Yeah, our oil is heating up in readiness for frying. How are you feeling so far?
So far, so good. I like the creativity. It's almost like one would think it's the same thing, but how you are doing it, it's sort of like giving people ideas on how you can play around with the same thing in different ways, achieve different meals from one thing.
Yes.
I don't know whether I'm making sense, but yeah, that's what we wanted to achieve today. It's a Kuku edition. Kids love. I don't know which child doesn't like chicken.
I'm yet to meet them, but a majority of children love chicken for sure. Now we'll get to the sweet and sour chicken. So that one has several components. There's the sweet and sour sauce, which we'll make. Then there's the chicken bit, and then there's some vegetables that will feature at almost the end. So we'll start by chicken. Remember we marinated some boneless chicken breasts? Yes. So now we are going to coat them because these ones will also be fried. Deep fried at some point. We have corn flour, cornstarch, and then here we're going to break in 2 eggs. Time to shine, Safin. You can crack some eggs.
I will shine.
Yes, cracking 2 eggs and put
you
here.
Have been sent. You have been. No, I know you guys have a professional way of doing it, but I'll not risk it.
Which one is the professional way? Everyone has their own way.
That's my way. You have to work with that.
That's good. That's good. No, I think that works well.
That's
Your
my way.
Is perfect. Your way is fine.
You would have done this.
I even do it on the counter. I don't even do
That's
it.
That's what I'm telling you. I can't.
You can't do that.
I can't risk.
Okay, and then now we are also going to need some kikoman. We'll use half of this. Let me do the honors now. We need 1 tablespoon, which is half the sachet. Since the sachet is 30 ml, we need 15 ml. So I'll use half of it. And then now using your fork, just lightly beat to mix.
So sort of like just whisking.
Yes.
The salt is in there, by the way.
Yes.
I keep saying that thing. Try kikoman, by the way. You'll be asking, oh, it's a salt. It's already in there. And it tastes so good. And one thing about kikoman is that it works well with all other ingredients.
Yes.
Like makes them taste deeper and richer.
Yes. It enhances the flavor of whatever
That's
it is used in.
That's the word. Yeah. So you don't need to go extra when you have it around.
Yes.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you. So now
a 10 or a 9 or a
10 over 10 minus nothing. No, 10 over 10 minus nothing.
By the way, I love the aroma in this kitchen now.
You're loving it? Yeah, our sauce already is coming along.
Everything has changed around here. And I was not hungry now.
You are not hungry, but now Jai
Menikaba. I'll just restrain myself. Safin, today it's all about being patient.
It's all about
waiting.
I'm just checking on my chicken.
Wow.
See, it's coming along great. And you see the beautiful color from the searing that we did. Nothing else. Just searing with the kiko because the chicken had been marinated. Yeah.
And it's still cooking. I believe you taught me something last time.
Let me know.
If you cover it now, you're sort of like preserving the liquid in there. So inaivanayo.
Yes.
Sijasahau.
Awesome.
So unapunguza moto kidogo, then
alafu unaacha
if you want it
inaendelea.
to be thick, unaiwacha ikiwa wazi so that moisture can escape.
Yes, because unaona, like, actually this is a perfect one because unaona hapa you can see the evaporation happening.
So what I'm trying to tell you guys, the difference here is this one we've left open so that we can lose that moisture because we want to achieve a thick sauce.
Yes.
This one we are covering because we want to take advantage of the moisture to cook.
Yes, the
chicken.
steam helps to cook.
Sasa hapa unaona sahi it looks a bit dilute.
Yes.
So the more it continues boiling,
yes,
it will become thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's the difference. That's what I learned last time from Chef Gatwiri herself. I'm telling you, by the time you have taught me so many things.
Hiyo ni poa. That at least inaonesha na my visits here have been worthwhile. Now pia when you're a good student.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. There you go.
Nice. So now our oil, when we're ready to deep fry, now I can get my hands dirty. So making sure it's coated, then dust off, then put it in the oil.
There you go.
And then for the chicken wings, we want them to cook through completely, so we'll fry for about 7 minutes per side. Then so you put it in the oil, don't disturb it. And then again, these rules of don't crowd the pan apply here. So like I'll just put one more. The reason why we don't want to crowd the pan is because when you crowd the pan, it reduces the temperature of the oil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, first of all, it will cook slower, and then the chicken wing will absorb oil, and you don't want it to be soggy. Oh. So that's why when you're deep frying anything, be it chicken, be it fries, as in you don't want to crowd your pan. In as much as you're in a hurry.
Quite the contrary, because then you would think, like you want to save time. Just put everything.
That doesn't even save time. It just makes you get frustrated, takes longer. Yeah. So that's going.
Right.
And then actually our dishes are coming along so well. So now we can start making our sweet and sour sauce as we are checking on this, because this is deep frying. So I'm just making sure.
Before we get to the sweet and sour sauce, let me just talk about this sauce a little bit.
Oh, the sticky sauce.
Yes, it's usually a tricky one for so many people. And then there's also that aspect of the choice of the sauce that you use for making it. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the difference? And then probably also tell me why is it such a challenge for people to usually make it and achieve, like what to kosea wapi?
So one way unaweza kosea ni, first of all, when you cook it for too long, remember it has brown sugar and it has honey. And when you cook sugar for so long, it will start to caramelize, and then if you're not careful, it might burn. So you don't want to get to that point. That's one thing. And then this one, it's a balance of flavors. You see, the sugar and the honey brings the sweetness. The kikoman now is the star that brings that umami flavor, that extra kick, that savoriness. Now when you taste it, it's amazing. Now we are going to make our peanut sauce. I'll need your help. You can join me on this end.
Okay.
Pan here. You can take the peanut butter there, that peanut butter over there, put it inside the bowl.
So, like,
yes, the whole of it.
In
the meantime, I'm checking our sauce. Can you see the way it's bubbling?
Yeah, plus it's beginning to thicken.
Yes.
Compared to.
Yes. So now,
when we started, okay,
have our peanut. Then we're going to put some warm water. It should be hot water. And then we're going to put our kikoman.
Put it in here?
Yes, we are making a sauce.
Okay.
We'll just stir it. Just put all the water. That's about a 1/4 cup.
Oh, no wonder it has to be hot, so
yes,
that it
to
melts.
Melt it, yeah.
Okay.
And then for our sauce, I'm going to switch it off. Reason being, I'll put the wings here to coat. When it's still, I'll turn it on so that it coats nicely. So I don't want it to burn. Remember what we said. So I've turned that on. Let me add it inside here.
So if you've never cooked chicken with peanut, yeah, at least this is an idea of what you can do for your
now
kids.
We just mix.
Interesting things, yeah? Wow.
Yeah. So
Look at
this
that.
is just to mix and then cook for like a few minutes, and then
You're
our
good to
chicken
go.
and peanut sauce is done.
Great.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look. Look.
Can you smell that?
Look at that.
Can get some aroma. Can you get some aroma?
Yes, the peanut and I think all the ingredients you use there.
Yeah.
And the kikoman as well.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
now we need some dania. Pass me the dania.
To throw it in there.
Yeah. There.
Oh my.
And our chicken in peanut sauce is done. So this will cover. We'll get back to it when we start eating, right? Remember our chicken wings?
Yes, we were deep frying them, so
yes, now they're done.
giving them time to cook.
Yes, they're done. So we'll remove our chicken wings. We have the boneless chicken breast. Remember, we marinated it in kikoman. We have some cornstarch. We have the egg mixture that you made, and then we need some flour mixture. So this has flour, garlic powder, paprika, and some little salt. So we want to give it a mix. This will be our coating for our chicken. Now this one, it has like an assembly line. So if you want to even involve a bit older children in the cooking, you can for this step. Of course, they won't do the
frying
actual frying,
yeah.
but they can actually
The marinating,
do this
the
part.
coatings.
Yeah, they can do this part, because what happens now here is you take your chicken piece, this is called dredging. The reason why we do this,
Dredging.
yeah, the reason why we
The
do
big
this,
words have started falling.
is because now this cornstarch or flour, but now we're using cornstarch, will help the egg stick to our chicken, and then when it comes here, you're
Also
able to
helps
do
it
that.
to stick.
So normally, when you're doing this, you have to have one hand doing the dry, another hand doing the wet. So now, like, let's say I've done this, I've put it here, I bring it like that.
Ah, okay.
So, and then when I bring this here, I use the wet side
Okay.
for like this. So that way, this still remains dry and this does wet.
Okay.
Just a way, just to ensure you're not all messed up. So
That means you have to be very keen.
wet, sticking, and then you go. So that's why if you're working with a child, you see, one child can be here, another child can be here, another one can be here, and then you, the adult, are the fryer.
Okay,
Yeah,
great,
so-
wonderful. There you go.
So this is what you're going to do for all of them. So you can actually do many. I just did a few so that
For
one by one
demonstration.
for you guys to have an actual feel of what it's supposed to be.
Okay. Wet, dry, wet, dry. You've seen
Yes,
that, yeah?
yes.
Don't mix issues.
But don't
Don't
worry.
be messy in the kitchen.
Don't worry, if you're doing it for the first time, it can be a bit complicated, as in you can confuse the hands.
You can forget.
Yeah, you can forget, but it helps because you see now this hand looks neat. It does this, and then this hand does the wet part.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, Gatiri, what we were trying to achieve with this whole show today, three things. For kids, the food has to look good, so it has to look special.
Yeah.
It has to taste good. And then there's also the nutritional aspect.
Yes.
That you're trying to enrich in your meal, because
Yes.
these kids are growing, they are young, they need the nutrients. So I want you to run us through what we have achieved so far and what we are planning to do just to infuse that nutritional value into what we are making today. The Kuku special.
Yes, the nutritional value, first of all, we're using chicken. It's a lean meat, especially like when we're working with the boneless chicken. So there's the protein in that. The nutrients dense that you come from peanut butter, because now it gives you some good fat, it gives you fiber, so that's good for you. And then later on, we're also going to use some vegetables. We'll use some hoho, and that also helps to make the meal more wholesome and nutritious. Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when you've talked about flavor, we have Kikoman being the star of the show. The look of the food, I'm sure when we plate, no child will hold
so
back.
far, I mean, they can see for themselves.
Exactly.
The look is amazing. And of course, remember what we said about Kikoman, 100% organic. It's naturally brewed.
Yes.
So it's fermented in a natural process. So if you're trying to achieve something that is not having too much, that has been added that is not quite natural, then I think this is a safe, ingredient to go for children if you're keen on that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So where next? So far we are doing well.
Yes, so far we're doing well. We are almost finishing, kinda. We'll start. We are doing now the sweet and sour chicken. Remember, we've already done the breading. So what we need to do is deep fry. So let me just turn on the oil. As now the oil is coming to temperature, we'll make the sweet and sour sauce. Our ingredients are brown sugar, ketchup, vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar, but if you have white distilled vinegar, the substitute white distilled vinegar, that will work. And of course, Kikoman. So we are going to combine all those ingredients into our saucepan here. So we'll start with the brown sugar. You can pass me the brown sugar. Just quite all of it. Yes, and then go in with either ketchup or vinegar.
Either
will do.
Let me go with the ketchup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a spoon.
Let me give you one to help you. Yes.
Yeah. So just put it all in there.
And then now I'm using the 30 ml of Kikoman, and now bring the vinegar. So, and then this one, we're just cooking the sauce until the sugar dissolves. So it's not taking so long. I'm avoiding, you're supposed to use a wooden spoon for this part.
Yeah.
So I'm not stirring. Yeah.
There you go.
Do as I say, not as what I was about to do. So we'll let that cook down just a little bit. This one isn't taking long. And remember, all the ingredients that we've put here, we just want the sugar to dissolve. Okay?
And that's it?
Yeah, that's it for our sweet and sour sauce. So the sweetness you see is coming from like the ketchup. Ketchup is sweet, the brown sugar. The sourness or the tartness is from the vinegar. And then now the Kikoman now brings the umami, the savoriness now to bring everything together. So we've touched point on all those tastes so that when you taste it, it's as in all those receptors in your tongue are awakened.
I can see how you're struggling just to explain what you feel already.
Yes. Hata nishaanza kumeza mate. So sasa, our oil will be for deep frying our chicken. Remember our chicken, the way we did all that breading?
Yeah.
Yes. Think our oil. We'll put our chicken. Again, the same rule of deep frying, which was?
Don't crowd your pan.
No. Mwanafunzi mwenye hekima,
nakuambia wabusara
mambo yote
wabusara. Usiendelee pasta hapo.
Kiswahili kimeisha.
Nakuambia that is the end.
So now we are going to put this to deep fry. And then as that is going, we want to assemble some few things. We can be assembling the chicken wings. And so that we do the sweet and sour chicken as the last. So I'll move this because it's done. I'll move it here so that I put this here to have enough wiggle room. So remember our sweet and sour, our sticky sauce. Our sticky sauce. We have so many sauces. We have our sticky sauce here. So now we'll take a bit of the deep fried wings and we mix with our sticky sauce. So let me.
So you don't wait for the sauce to get thick and sticky.
Yes, I want it to coat this. Remember this one?
When it's still a bit dilute.
Yes. So if you had baked the chicken, this is the point where after the chicken bakes, you add it here. We've lost the no losing, no wing left behind. And then notice our sauce.
Economy.
Notice our sauce. It's coming together. Then now, this. Here, if we crowd, there's no problem. We're just coating it with the sauce. Our wings are done.
Cooked, yeah.
Yes, they are already cooked. So we'll just toss nicely. But I'll be very gentle. I don't want to spill any. So just give it time as this is going. Yeah.
So because you're working with sugar, I've noticed you're really controlling the fire, like because
yes, I don't want it to burn.
Yeah. So it has to be like
definitely don't want anything burning.
You see that? And the consistency as well.
Yes, that's the consistency we want.
Still running but thick at the same time.
Now like this is done. Because can you tell the sugar has dissolved?
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Let me show you guys at home, you see? No more sugar.
And it's not burnt.
Yeah, and that's what we wanted. We wanted the sugar to dissolve. So we'll turn off that heat because we don't want it to burn. Yeah. So now we are here.
Let me try. You showcase your expertise.
Well, when you're on camera, everything goes whoop. But okay, it's all in the wrist, as chefs say. So now I occasionally toss like that, but as you can see, it's starting to coat. Yeah, because that's what we want.
All right.
Yeah, and then tuko kipindi cha lala salama. I'm checking on my chicken. I'll give it like 2 more minutes. Before
so they have to, those ones also have to cook.
Yes,
okay,
this
one.
Yeah, the only chicken that didn't need to cook through is the one we sear.
Okay.
Because searing is a first stage in cooking. Searing is not complete.
Chef, I'm hungry. At this point, I cannot restrain myself anymore.
You can't restrain yourself anymore.
I'm still trying.
Yeah, I'm just being impressed by my tossing.
And the party mood is also kicking in.
Ooh, the color looks good.
I told you. From afar, I could see it, yeah?
So now, we have these vegetables that we've spoken about. We have the different colored pohos. We have onions. Yeah, we cut them this size so that they're all the same size and they're almost similar size with the chicken.
A hack with kids, a very important one. You try steaming this and serving it as is to them. Tell us, all the best. But what we are going to be showing you is actually a different way of incorporating the veggies in their meals. They will have no choice because ana hiyo time ya kuchagua chagua.
So I'll put some oil. Yeah. And then now I'll put this to cook for about 3 minutes.
Okay.
I'm putting all of them together. So I'll keep tossing and turning. And then here our wings are done. So what we'll do, I'll sprinkle some sesame seeds and we'll be good to go. The sesame seeds are not a must, but it helps with just that extra layer.
All right.
Yeah. So some sesame seeds, and if you have some green onion slices, you can do that. Again, optional. So our wings are done, and then now this is going. We want that to cook, and this is also done. So I'm removing that.
So that's for the sweet and sour sauce.
Yes.
Okay, different sauces today, yeah?
Yes, we have the sticky sauce, and then we have the sweet and sour sauce. Yeah.
All right. So there you go.
Yes.
So time for mixing now. Should be about how many minutes?
Just about 3 to 4 minutes.
3 to 4
minutes.
Yeah,
we just want them to wilt, cook a bit. But you know, for this hoko, again for vegetables, you want them to, like this ones, you want them to maintain the crunch. Because even when you overcook, you're also losing the nutrients. So at least when it maintains the crunch, also gives a different texture experience when you bite into the chicken, because it will be juicy on the inside, and then you get the crunch of like the hoko. Yeah.
You have a way of describing, you know, the food till you feel like you're actually eating it, yeah?
Yes. I want the people at home to actually, when they finish watching, they run and buy whatever it is they don't have on hand and prepare it. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, So now, with this done, we are going to add in our chicken.
Okay.
We'll add our chicken. And then we also had some pineapple. You pass me the pineapple stuffing.
Okay.
Yeah, so this adding more of the sweetness. And then remember our sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah.
So,
oh my. I mean, you just did that. Now I can imagine. This is not your regular kuku, by the way.
and then now
this is not your regular
just
kuku.
Give everything a mix.
Oh my. Yani mpaka mananasi imewekwa hapo inakuwa fried. Oh my.
Yes. You see now?
Okay.
See, it has all the colors we want. So here, it's just 1 minute for everything to be mixed. But our meals are done. We are ready to go serve in readiness for the kids' party.
There's a kids' party by there, guys, and you are all invited. As long as you are a kid.
Yeah, so now we'll
Disclaimer.
serve. Yeah. We'll serve so that we eat from the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So tushamaliza kila kitu hapa, and I think now it's time for us to go set the table for the kids. It's a kids party special by Kikoman. Different ways of just doing things to bring something interesting for your children in the kitchen and in the party as we get into the festive season. Yeah, I'm giving you ideas. Watoto wamefunga shule, their friends will be coming, so you can try this at home. This one we allow you to try. We told you it's all about the kids' party. Yeah? You see how colorful we've tried to achieve something, yeah?
Hey, yeah.
Tumejaribu.
Yes, this is in readiness for the sherehe
our watoto. Looking colorful from the food to the decor to the setup. Tumejaribu to find something simple, and we hope that they're going to like it.
Yes, definitely. So
to taste kabla.
Moment of truth. This
is the moment
before the party starts.
But I told you where I am. See, unajua where I am.
Okay. Yes. Anyway,
though many confused. Like while I was
star of the show.
Like where I was all over. I want to try all these things, yeah.
So what will you try? Start with the chicken in peanut, or the sticky wings, or the sweet and sour.
I will taste everything. So where I start doesn't matter.
Okay.
It is the taste that matters. Wacha tuanzie hii ya peanut. This is me trying to say, siwezi explain. If you've never tried making chicken with peanut, by the way, this is something you should try. I love everything, the way it has gelled. I just love the balance of everything.
Yeah. And also remember, like the peanut we used was salted, and the Kikoman also has the salt. We had marinated the chicken prior, so all that has worked well to help the seasoning balance. Yeah.
Sawa, hii nimepeana tick.
Yay!
We are okay there. So tuende kwa. This one was the sticky sauce.
Yes.
If I'm not wrong.
Yes, the sticky chicken wings. So here we deep fried the chicken wings, and then we made a sticky sauce, which had Kikoman, it had the brown sugar, it had some honey.
Just pick one.
Yes.
And try. This one you can try at home. Once again, do not try this at home. Try this one.
Yes, everything today, try it at home for sure.
From the onset, what invited me was the sweet, the sweetness, you know?
Yeah.
And the sesame seeds, fantastic. This one, Ama nitashiba kabla party ianze.
Sidhani.
Amazing, man. You've done a good job.
Thank you very much.
Nasikia kuendelea nimalize, but I have a lot of tasting to do, guys. So let me try something else. One final one.
Sweet and sour.
Na hii muliamua mu decorate vizuri like this, eh?
In readiness for the party. We can use this.
You can use this to
serve.
Okay.
You can start with that. I can even hear the crunch of the vegetables, which is what we also wanted to maintain.
There's some sweetness in there as well.
Yeah, because the peppers also have some sweetness. The bell peppers, the hohos, yeah.
And then with the boneless, you know, you've really made it easy for the kids, yeah?
Yes,
you don't have to struggle, like, you know, cutting and everything.
Precisely. Mambo yote.
Correct. Now I'm confused. Sijui niko wapi.
Don't worry, you don't need to have a favorite.
Good job.
Can cook all three. Asante sana.
All right.
Yeah, and as you've seen, it's very easy to make. You can choose to play around with this and yeah, have good options for your kids' party. Yeah, the wings are really good because you see this, you just take and hold with your hand. The sweet and sour kuku, perfect to pair with some rice. The peanut sauce, chicken in peanut sauce with some chapati, because now you'll take the chapati and you dip into the sauce and you enjoy.
All right.
Safin, hey, do you know you can put kikoman over your ice cream, vanilla ice cream?
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a little higher. Then I want you to taste. So the beautiful thing about kikoman, you can use it on the table, as in it doesn't have to be cooked. And this is one way. Taste. Make sure wonje pali kuna the kikoman. Just do.
I didn't know that.
You try.
So this is the kikoman ice cream. Did you know there is something like kikoman ice cream, guys?
Yeah, you just put some little over your vanilla.
Okay. I actually like it.
So what happens here is, because you see the same way when you're baking, you put some salt to enhance. So even the kikoman helps highlight the vanilla flavor. Gives it a different dimension.
Salt from afar gives it a different taste. I like it. Wow, that's a hack. I didn't know that.
Yes. So that's one thing as we're serving the children, wowing them a bit.
Kikoman ice cream.
Yes.
Kikoman is the thing. I mean, this is the must-have in your kitchen, actually, if you have not invested in this. Plus, it's for everybody. From a 30 ml sachet to a 75 ml sachet to a 150 ml dispenser. You can even go for the 500 ml bottle. There's also, if you want to really go heavy and big and you really love this, you can actually go and just invest in the 1.8 liters. And I mean, it is something that is worth your money. I mean, it is something that you will not regret if you're looking for a sauce that will not interfere with the appearance of your meal. And I'm very particular with this one. You see the way dark soy sauce sometimes can make you, your food to appear darker than you actually intended. Kikoman makes it a bit, you're trying to achieve that golden brown effect. This is what you achieve if you use the right soy sauce. Kikoman is it. So actually, I would advise you, I mean, if you have not gone this direction, why don't you think about it? Thank you so much, and you're invited for the party. And it starts today. It starts right now. Asante sana. My name is Safina Chengoma. It's always a pleasure to do this for you. Do join us next week again on Thursday in the kitchen. Let's get our hands dirty. For now, it's a wrap. Have a lovely day ahead and have a lovely weekend.